Brought to you by...
If you're enjoying the content here, please consider supporting us on Patreon or Tippy. Hello friends, welcome back to ETF, where after years of waiting, we were dragged back into Haddonfield by still newly minted director Rob Zombie to retell the classic tale with his own unique spin and take us further into the backstory of the murderous Shape as he awaits that fateful night to return home and hunt down his sister Lori on Halloween. Nearly 2 decades after being committed to a mental institution for killing his stepfather and older sister, Michael Myers breaks out, intent on returning to the town of Haddonfield, Illinois. He arrives in his hometown on Halloween with the indomitable purpose of hunting down his younger sister Lori. The only thing standing between Michael and a Halloween night of bloody carnage is his psychologist, Dr. Samuel Loomis, and the strong arm of the law. This is a film that needs to be looked at on its own merits, almost as if it isn't in any way connected to the Halloween that we all know and love. While the essence of Halloween stands to keep Michael as the Shape, an unrelenting force of evil whose motives are unknown to us, Zombie attempted to veer in the completely opposite direction. His goal was to delve deeper into Michael's past, allowing us to spend time with him as a young boy and witness the condition of his upbringing that lent a hand to shaping him into what he would become. However, from the jump, we see Michael carving up his pet rat, so despite the twisted carnival of verbal abuse that he was raised in, there still remains some veil of mystery as to what caused the darkness to grow within him. Young Michael is played by Dave Farsh, I think that's how you pronounce it, who I have to say delivers a pretty strong performance throughout his time on screen, portraying both a child's innocence and an empty, soulless little monster, before morphing over 15 years into the behemoth frame of Tyler Mane. Tyler studies Dake's performance in great detail to assist him in developing this much older version of the character, which allows him to implement some aspects of Dake's performance into his own, so that you can almost see young Dake somewhere inside. The role of Samuel Loomis is taken up by veteran actor Malcolm McDowell, who brings us a much different take here, not feeling anywhere near like the Van Helsing-style character that Donald Pleasence provides, but instead bringing a more spry, energetic depiction of the character, who genuinely cares about the events that are unfolding, but also has used the initial tragedy to keep his career going. Zombie cast Scout Taylor Compton as our new Laurie Strode, and together they have reinvented the role, taking her from the quiet, wholesome young teenager and shifting her to be a more feisty and average American teen. The rest of the cast is riddled with performers that Zombie has worked with previously, as well as icons from throughout horror history. We get prop-up performances from Clint Howard, Danny Trejo, Sid Haig, Lou Temple, Ken Faree, Tom Eastbrook, Richard Lynch, Daniel Roebuck, and William Forsythe, on top of major roles from Brad Dourif, who brings to life Sheriff Lee Brackett, Dee Wallace as Mrs. Strode, and Danielle Harris of Halloween 4 and 5 taking up the role of Andy Brackett. And of course, who else would play Michael's mother than Rob Zombie's wife Sherry? Many call this film a hodgepodge of cameos. However, I personally have to agree with Rob Zombie on this one, in that he doesn't see them as cameos. These are actors that he knows and enjoys, so he cast them. A cameo to me would be if he had cast Jamie Lee Curtis in some small part, or the original Andy Brackett somewhere. A large majority of this film takes place in the past, heavily exploring Michael's young life, the night he murdered Judith, and his early years in Smith Grove. I feel like it's only the last half hour to 45 minutes that brings us a revamped version of the events of the first film. which definitely sets this film apart from its predecessor in a huge way. Not to mention that this is a far more brutal and violent take on the property, washing away the clean and haunting nature of the original with a blood-drenched depiction of Michael's return home. For me, despite the fact that it goes against everything that a Halloween film should be, Zombie delivers us his own unique vision of the story that I have no trouble looking at on its own. He creates strong, modern characters with his own nasty spin on them, and crafts a visceral experience that hopefully entices younger audiences to go back and explore the series' origins. I'll give Rob Zombie's Halloween a B+. If you have been a Halloween purist and you avoided this one for fear of what was done with the property that you know and love, you may want to keep avoiding it. But if you can see this film for what it is and take an unbiased approach to the material, then I definitely recommend checking this one out at least once. If you've seen this, let me know your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed today's video, please feel free to let me know. It's just a quick scroll down there to that comment section below. If you're enjoying the channel more than words can describe, shoot me a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. If you'd like to show your support even more, come find ETF on Patreon or Tippy, where every pledge and every tip brings you rewards galore. Not to mention allowing me to bring you more films to explore. But all jokes and rhymes aside, if you have any films that you would like me to check out, or that you might like to see reviewed on this channel, feel free to reach out to me here down in the comments, or over on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching.